Hey, what's going on YouTube? Adam C here. Thanks for watching. Recently, I've been getting a lot of emails, Instagram messages, Facebook messages, people wanting to know more information about my 300-gallon tank. So in this video, we're going to go through exactly the dimensions of this tank, what's in it, what fish are in it, how do I filter it, what kind of water changes do I do. Any questions you've had on this tank, we're going to go through them. So let's get to answering all of these questions. This is a 300-gallon. It is from glasscages.com. 8 foot long, 30 inches front to back. The front panel is low iron glass. Some people might hear it called Starfire glass. It's just a bit more clear. Do I honestly notice the difference? I don't think so. But I did get the 300. I had a 220 here before that blew out overnight, flooded the basement. It was an absolute hot mess. But I've got this now and it's been even better. So for someone that keeps predator haps, you know, the length side to side is your most important dimension. One of the good things about buying from Glass Cages is if you go on their website, you can actually build your own tank and get an exact price for it without even talking to anyone. So if you are a comparison shopper, glasscages.com is where you want to go. For the decor, the main rock piece you see in the middle, that is from universalrocks.com. That is a feature rock. That is not a 3D background. So if you go on their site and you look for this under 3D backgrounds, you're not going to find it. Make sure and go under those feature rocks. The other rocks that I have in here are from aquadecor.com. I really enjoy those. The plants are from elitecichlids.com. If you guys want anything from them, make sure and use promo code ADAMC, all lowercase, and you'll get a bit of a discount there. The sand is Sahara sand from Carib Sea. I do have one big sponge filter right back there. And the tank itself is filtered by 4 Fluval FX6 canisters. I have so many people ask me why would I get a 300-gallon and not do a sump. And I'm going to tell you why. As I mentioned previously, I had a 220 here. It blew out, flooded everything. So I kind of needed to get a new tank on the spot very, very quickly. Tanks this big are not inexpensive. So from the time I got the 220 out of here, I ordered this thing, had it delivered. You know, you're already talking a lot of money, and I already had these FX6s running on the 220 previously, as well as a 125. And at that moment, I didn't feel like spending more money to add a sump and get the tank drilled. I just really didn't feel like doing it. So I stuck with my FX6s. They've done great to filter it. The downside is they're a pain in the ass to maintain. I mean, let's be honest, they really are, especially when you have 4 of them. Looking back now, a couple years later, I probably wish I would have gone with a sump. But still, you know, when you're kind of faced with either losing a tank completely and having to sell fish off, or spending some fairly significant money to keep the hobby going, I like to do that, and I kind of wanted to keep my investment to a minimum at that time. We're going to feed here in just a second, but before the feeding, let's go through the actual fish. The largest group, as far as numbers, is a group of Buccochromis lepturus green. There's the biggest male right there, top and center. He's almost 10 inch and has just now started to color. Kind of gives you an idea on the size of those fish. I think I've got 12 lepturus greens in there in total. Got a group of Taeniolethronat proobitalis. There's the male there. Essentially a giant lethronop. And also, in my opinion, one of the more underrated haps that you're going to come across. Also in here is a group of F1 Buccochromis noditania. There's the male on the far left. A few females scattered throughout the tank. And then you'll probably notice the Borlei, a standard Borlei, and some OBs. Those are just backup males for my Borlei breeding group that most of you have probably seen before in previous videos. And I guess last to share would be right up in there, that is a Champ tourist green. That is a hybrid between a Malawi trout and a Bucochromoslept tourist green. I moved all of those fish to southeastcichlids.com, so if that is a fish that you like, that's where you need to go.